Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for astrological reading for the month of January. I'm going to use this is generally for those who have a sun, a rising, a moon, Venus, Mercury, which by the way is your own regent, um, Mars, or even the head of the dragon, or the Kyrian in Virgo, okay, or mainly energy of Virgo. You must know your own personal chart in order to this to resonate with you, okay? This reading is different. This is not a tarot reading. This is an astrological reading. I will time three moments. I will see how the world was on the 10th of January, today's date, 22 of January, and finally the 2 of February. These 3 dates, and I will analyze from the perspective of relations of work, of work ethics, and also from what is your own energy that has to do with scientific knowledge and transformation of society, also with health, with physical and psychological health and the way we treat ourselves. Okay, so everything of this has to do with your energy, has to do with this shop, and I'm going to do a lecture, which is, by the way, operative way of interpreting the astrological charts of the 10th of January, 22 of January, and the 2 of February. Also, this is for New York and for United States of America and Americas, because we are presenting this in English, and this is also for that part of the world. So it is quite different from the Portuguese version, okay? So I will put here some more light in order to be more present here in my own image. By the way, we have here the constellation that propels Virgo, okay? So let's start it with the maps and the explanation of the positions. Okay, clinic, the 6th workshop. And this is basically the foundations of scientific knowledge as service instrument, okay? So the idea of service and how it is the work ethic at this month of January. Okay, so let's begin with this chart, okay? We have here an astrological chart. As you can see, all activity is in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th shops, which are basic shops. We have here resources, we have here communication and feelings, deep feelings and traumas, which is Cancer house, the 4th house. And then we have the relations, okay? This is very keen to relations, okay? This lecture, this presentation, or if you prefer, this reading, has much to do with those houses, from the 5th house to the 8th house. And this is the stage, the clinic, and then we have here the 7th house, which is the house of Libra, and this is the firm. And finally, we have the therapist, okay, which is the energy of Scorpio, which by the way is here, okay? So let's begin with the planets, and we have here Venus, which has to do with our own values, or the values of the time, and those are of Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarius has the values of this time. Also, the communication, which is the regents of Virgo and Gemini. And they are both here in the 2nd house, the house of money, resources, and knowledge also, the Taurus house, and which is the bank, by the way, as the designation that I have in the 12 shops. And those are energies that are linked with the 2nd house, but also with Sagittarius, which is an expansive idea of the world, of communication, higher studies, voyages, and so on and so on. So this is what is ruling these two areas and these two planets. But also we have here in the 3rd house, which is the house of communication, we have Saturn, which is an opposite energy because it's a restrictive one. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is here on the 4th house, and it is in Pisces, which is an energy of dissolving, of relating with others, losing the perception of our own self. Okay, so we have here his own planet, which rules Pisces, which is Neptune, and we have also Saturn, both in Pisces, but one is in the fourth house, the house of feelings, of traumas, the house of Cancer, and the other one is in the house of Leo, which is the stage, the way we present to the world. So this has to do also with these movements we are facing in the Middle East, because this war in the Middle East has to do with a religious war. So this war so far is confronting these new ideas that we have here, these ideas of our own Western values, the way we communicate in the West, which is by expansion, integration, accepting the others, living in a society that is fulfilled with consumism. And also we have the established order in Capricorn. The Sun and Pluto are, and also the military branch, because we have here Mars, and also the way people feel, which is the moon, which is also here in Capricorn. So we have these 4 planets in Capricorn. So in the 10th of January, the energy of Capricorn and Taurus were in solidarity. As we can see, we have here Uranus, which rules Aquarius, and also Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, in Taurus in the 7th house. So 7th house and 3rd house, houses of communication with ourselves and with others, have no communication, have no air, have stability of Capricorn and Taurus, okay? And this is going to change on today's day, because today, the 22 of January 2024, we have a major change, okay? Because we have here the Sun and Pluto. They have already entered yesterday, but are entering the sign of Aquarius. Also, the moon is in Gemini on the 8th house. And this is a major change, because this is facing this still remaining Venus in Sagittarius. It's almost on Capricorn. We have already the communication in Capricorn. Remember that the communication was in Sagittarius, now is in Capricorn. And also we have here the movement of the planet Mars, which is in Capricorn, but is still here in some way controlled by these energies of Capricorn, which, by the way, is held by Pisces, because Saturn, which is the regent of Capricorn, is in the 4th house with the energy of Pisces, as it is Neptune in the 5th house. So what was an advantage, what was a milestone in the 10th of January, now today, as the 22 is happening, we have confrontations from these values, Western values of Sagittarius, with the moon in Gemini, which is expressing difficulties, people that are being hurt, dying, because this is on the 8th house, the house of Scorpio, and Scorpio has to do with my relation with the other, how I relate with others, how I understand my limits and the limitations of others. And this is a direct conflict, okay? What we call in astrology is an opposition. And we have 2 quadratures, 2 quadrants here, which are indirect feelings, indirect confrontations. And we have them between Sagittarius, Pisces, and Pisces versus Gemini. And this is because Gemini and Sagittarius are positive energy, are Wang energy, because they are fire and air, and air and fire, they are positive energy, as Pisces is passive one. And this is nothing to do with good or bad, it has to do with passive or active elements. And this is why this is conflicting, because we have this idea in the conception of the world in the Middle East that religion will save us. But in the West, we believe in communication, we believe in information, we believe in those kind of media, but those media are somehow being attained by some kind of religion and of dominating way of thinking, because we have Saturn here in the fourth house. And this is related with the way that the government established power is behaving himself and imposing him through communication, through media, through press. So the free press isn't quite free, because it is a functional hypocrisy that is dominating it. And the people are beginning to understand that, because Pluto and the Sun are already entering the third house and they are taking over. And this is a major change, because the establishment will be owned by the people. And this is a confrontation from the energy of Aquarius with the energy of Pisces. And by the way, this is the change of the season, because we are changing from Pisces to Aquarius as today we are speaking, from yesterday. Okay, so I have no doubt that this is going to be the future confrontation. Let's see what is happening in February the 2nd. Okay, in February the 2nd, we'll have a lot of changes, because we have here an energy that is going to defy the ruling of the others, because the moon that was in the 8th house in Gemini changes to the 12th house to Scorpio energy. So we have the moon in Scorpio, and this moon in Scorpio is confronting the energy of Jupiter in Taurus in the 6th house. So we have here confrontation, a spiritual one. Okay, the values have changed. Okay, we have Venus on Capricorn, we have Saturn on Capricorn, and we have the communication in Capricorn also. So Capricorn is reinforcing its position as Aquarius is gaining more and more momentum into the third house, the house of communication. So the place of war is communication, is press, is free press, is the way we present ourselves and communicate towards the world. And also the way we present is our Kirian, is where the sign of the ram, the sign of Aries is entering. Okay, and this is a major change, because when we saw in the 10th of January, basically almost all the 5th house was held by Pisces, still is, because if you look to the cuspid with the beginning of the house, we still have energy of Pisces, but we have also here this gaining momentum of this sign, which is Aries, which is gaining this space. Okay, so we have still here a major dominion of these two planets in Pisces. So we can say that Pisces with Capricorn and with Taurus are still holding the positions, okay? But we are making here, no mistake, we have defying energies here. We have the defying energy of Scorpio and the defying energy of Aquarius, which by the way are ruled by Uranus and ruled by Pluto. Okay, so these two planets, Uranus and Pluto, are transforming reality, okay, and changing everything. And this is what I have to do. And this is what I have today for you, I mean, and that's all I have to say today. And I see you next time in February. Okay, see you next time. Bye.